How's it going, guys? My name is LongBarrel, and literally a couple hours ago, Valve has released the long-awaited MP5-SD submachine gun. We've been waiting for this submachine gun for quite some time. There's been lots of speculation, lots of game files that have been found within the game itself that were letting us know that this submachine gun may be coming within the future and finally has arrived. So they actually released the MP5 not in a beta release. Instead, they rolled it out to an official release. Instead, what they did was they limited to only casual and deathmatch game modes. Therefore, you cannot actually use it in competitive just yet. If you guys remember what happened the last time they released a new weapon, the R8 ended up breaking the entire game with people running around with an $800 pistol one-shotting everybody on the server. So it's a really good move limiting the new MP5 to just casual and deathmatch servers. So let's talk a little bit about the stats of this weapon. Credits to Slot Squadron, who took his time to create a Reddit post about the current stats of the weapon. I'll link it in the description. So this submachine gun is meant to replace the MP7, therefore you can swap out the MP7, or if you wish you could use the MP5-SD. Because of the silencer, it does have no tracers, but unfortunately you cannot remove the silencer, unlike with the M4A1S and the USPS. The base damage of the MP5-SD is just a tad bit smaller than the MP7 at 27, while the MP7 has a base damage of 29, so you're losing about 2 units of damage. But the compromise with the MP5-SD is that it has a higher max speed of 235 units per second, while the MP7 has a max speed of 220. Now, because of that, the MP5-SD does have a worse movement inaccuracy by a whole 10 units at 40.60 compared to the MP7, of course. Therefore, the gunning potential compared to the MP7 might be a lot worse when using the MP5-SD. And for the last statistic, MP7 has a reload time of 3.13 seconds, while the MP5-SD has a little bit of a faster one at just 2.94 seconds. So if you tend to be a person that reloads a lot while playing, this may be a better option for you compared to the MP7. Okay, I just want to quickly compare the two weapons, recoil patterns, just to see how they are alike and what is different about them, and then we will move on to talking about my final thoughts and close out this video. First things first, we're actually going to turn on no spread just to see the actual pattern. Now we're going to spray the whole MP7 clip into the wall to see what kind of pattern we get. Now here's the MP5-SD, so we're going to spray down the wall right here. So these have the exact same pattern. It's basically a number 7 drawn. Therefore, to mimic it, all you have to do is you have to go down to the left, and then extreme right, and then back to the left again. So let's actually try to remimic it. Alright, so it's a little bit messy, but we could probably work on it a little bit. Alright, there you go. As you can see, it's quite an easy pattern. So what I recommend you guys doing is just coming into a map and just kind of practicing this yourself. Make sure you're in casual or deathmatch mode, or else this weapon won't be available. Now, if you guys want to spawn one in, here's an easy command for you guys to actually do that. All you have to do is you have to type in give, then you have to type in weapon underscore MP5-SD, and it will drop you guys a MP5-SD onto the ground. Therefore, you can pick it up, practice it, and then fire away. So what are my final thoughts on this weapon? I think it is a really good addition to Counter-Strike. I think it gives us an option to be very stealthy during our anti-ecos or ecos or whatever the time you're going to be buying this weapon for. To simply put it, it gives us an option in the game to play in different play styles other than what we're given right now, which is obviously without any silenced options for the SMG department. So the weapon itself feels pretty solid, actually. It feels quite accurate. I mean, it feels just like an MP7 would, except obviously it does have just a little bit less damage and a higher running inaccuracy. But overall, the weapon does itself feel very similar to the MP7. So unfortunately, because this weapon is only available in deathmatch and casual game modes, we're not really able to see how this gun's gonna have an impact on the competitive scene. How could the competitive matchmaking gonna feel after this? Are people gonna be buying it more often? Our SMG is gonna be more viable during ecos now that you have the stealth option to put on the silencer, of course. Honestly, I wonder if we'll ever be able to take off the silencer within the near future. So we have all these questions to ask now. The thing is, all we can do at this point is just wait to see how it evolves, how it makes the game feel different. I personally don't think it's gonna have too much of an impact. It's just an SMG that was just added to the game. It's not like it's so much better than every other gun. It has its cons and it has its pros, and it's just going to be a fun gun to use and just another option. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this weapon. Go try it out for yourself. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you guys like it? Do you guys think it has a place in the game? And do you think it will have any sort of significant impact going into the game into the future? That's gonna do it for me for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little video. My name is LongBarrel, and remember, be water, my friends.